And a good early afternoon to you on this Wednesday. Roger Hill of Wuthering Heights, VELCO Weather Hazards Forecaster. This weather video driven by 802cars.com, representing 802 Toyota, Twin City Subaru, 802 Honda. They're all located off of Exit 7 on Interstate 89. And this is some of the rainfall we've seen over the last 24 hours, especially in the Route 9 area there between Bennington and Brattleboro, and spine of the Green Mountains, the plateau there. A lot of decent rainfall, better than 3 inches, and a lot of places seeing anywhere from 1.5 to about 3 inches, and a couple outliers there with a little extra precip. Notice that parts of New Hampshire and coastal New England did not see that. This is a big swath of precipitation, high precipitable water, and the area of low pressure tracking right along it and moving right over the top of Vermont. To the right of that, some wind damage. We've had quite a bit of power outages across the Connecticut River Valley, some parts of Bennington and Windham County most notoriously, and then right along the sort of eastern areas of Vermont into adjacent New Hampshire. A lot of Maine hit pretty hard as well. And this is the setup that you can see right here. These are some high wind reports, and this is our area of low pressure that streaked along that frontal boundary, which is now offshore as it's edged out to the east. We have a big major trough of lower pressure. This is going to be kind of just holding, and unfortunately for the west coast, it's followed by a big ridge of higher pressure, I should say, and down to the east of that, you're seeing that trough of lower pressure because of that ridge of higher pressure and so forth. Looking at precipitable water metrics, this is our situation here. This is the frontal boundary that worked on through, and you can kind of see as the maximum amount of moisture cut right through parts of Vermont, New Hampshire, and so forth. Now, that front is off the coast, and this is during this afternoon here on Wednesday. And fluid dynamics and precipitable water shows that we're going to be below normal, with neutral about just the white, and anything in the blue here is a little drier than normal, and typically illustrates also colder air masses, of course. And you can kind of see that we're either neutral or running a little bit below normal in terms of the amount of precipitable water, the available moisture to squeeze out during any kind of precipitation event. It looks like we're going to stay that way. We're into the 5th of October on Monday, and the next major weather system to work on through, it looks like it's going to be Monday afternoon into Tuesday. And you can see just a little bit of p-watts there, a little bit of an increase. The precipitable water about 1 to 2 standard deviations, or 1 to 2 sigma. And there's that area of low pressure as it tracked on through, and here's where we are right now. We're going to be kind of in between weather systems. That front gets pushed off into the western Atlantic. In the meantime, we have this kind of southwesterly flow associated with that trough of lower pressure, but a lot of the Great Lakes moisture really is going to be blowing southwest and northeast, and just a little bit will catch areas around the Champlain Valley during the day on Thursday. You can see how that generates just a little bit more precipitation, but not all of Vermont is going to be effective, and overall pretty decent day, I think, for the most of the region. Now we have another weather system. This is a fairly benign system. It moves on through, brings us a little bit more rainfall, maybe even some moderate rain showers at times across eastern parts of Vermont during Friday afternoon into early Friday evening before it begins to move on out. We have a few kind of lake effect rain shower activity across parts of northern Vermont that's going to affect us on Saturday, and you can see it there. And with that southwesterly flow, the next best day coming really is going to be quite a ways beyond, because each day we have a little bit of a disturbance working on through. This is a little more organized weather system. This is valid on Monday, beyond the period now, Monday night, and you can see that that is a coastal low that comes offshore and brings us more rainfall. And looking at the GFS ensemble, Canadian ensemble, you can see that the 3-hourly QPF shows the next main chance is going to be what's working through here on Friday. And then a little bit drier, but a couple unsettled sprinkles or light rain showers during the weekend. And this is our Monday system, and then beyond that. So a little busier pattern, but overall we're back into relatively drier conditions as some modified Arctic air really moves into the region and dries things out a little bit. So taking a look at the total QPF, this is the way it's setting up. Just about 4/10, 5/10 of an inch. Not a whole lot to look at here. And now that the main precipitation maker is off to the east of us, you can see that we're running about 1 inch amounts here, ½ inch, ¼ inch in the red, and then finally 1/100 of an inch. Look how dry it is out west once again. This is going to be problematic for more fires. So we're looking at here the temperature anomalies, of course, and above normal has moved into the Canadian Maritimes, being replaced by slightly below normal temperatures. And here's the west coast heat that's taking place over the Arctic, sort of north of Siberia, and this is setting the stage for another round of wildfires, unfortunately. Finally, 2-meter temperatures. You can see that as we get over the weekend, we kind of cool things off just a little bit. Looking at the temperature dew points, a little bit drier overall, nothing major to see there. Precipitable water kind of also tells the story once again with the GFS Canadian Ensemble. Typically when you get above about 1 inch this time of year, that starts to become significant. We're kind of below that level. Meteorological output statistics, the MOS, the 5-day high temperatures ahead. The overall weighted temperatures are basically neutral, warmer off to the north and east into the Canadian Maritimes where you saw that, and then of course cooler than normal temperatures working into the upper Midwest. About 3 days later, looks like this, not a whole lot of change. Notice the west is heated up yet once again. That's it from here, Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights. Thanks for watching.